The Holy Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to John. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. The hired hand runs away because a hired hand does not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd. For this reason, the Father loves me, because I lay down my life in order to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it up again. I have received this command from my Father. The Gospel of the Lord. Good morning, my sisters and brothers. And I know today's liturgy is a little different, and that is because of a conflict in schedule between our producer, Jerry, and myself. And so we are doing our best to spiritually, in a sense, be shepherds to you. In the gospel today, our Lord very beautifully and very plainly identifies who he is. He states, I am the good shepherd. You know, it's very difficult for us nowadays to understand the beauty of that imagery because no matter where we drive, try to find a shepherd, try to find a flock of sheep. But what's important is let's go back to the gospel and let us look at the clarification our Lord makes between a shepherd and a hired hand. Well, the hired hand, he simply gets paid to take the flock from one place to another, has no real commitment, gets paid, doesn't care what really happens. But for the shepherd owns the flock. And that's what makes the difference. Because a real shepherd sees value in every sheep that is part of the flock. And in our Lord's day, it was difficult to find good shepherds. But what is important is the way he identifies himself as being the good shepherd. Well, to help us understand, if we saw a flock of 100 sheep, we'd look at them, and to us, they all look the same, right? We see no difference. But for the shepherd who owns the flock, what a difference. Because the shepherd may not give names to all of them, but knows the unique personality of each one, the real uniqueness. Those who produce a lot of milk, those who are very prone to diseases, Oh, yes. And those that are always going to be a part of the flock and stay together. And then those that, run away, and he's got to go out and bring them back. But what is important is to him, he values each one of them. And so our Lord, the Good Shepherd, he values each one of us. He knows our uniqueness, our unique personalities, our issues, our problems, our difficulties we're experiencing. And yes, when we stray, he goes searching for us to bring us back to the flock. And when our Lord says, I am the good shepherd, I lay down my life for my sheep, he lays down his life for, yes, the whole flock, but he lays down his life for each one of us individually. I am the good shepherd. He values each one of us. He knows us by name. And he calls us. He calls us. He values us, which gives value to our lives as well. Good shepherds are hard to find, yes. No doubt about that. But my sisters and brothers, our Lord is our shepherd, which means we are his sheep. We are his flock. And so he calls us to value others. Oh, we cannot turn a blind eye to those in need. We cannot cut them off and not see what they are going through. They need our help. And so that is the invitation he gives us. He says to each one of us, help me. Be a part of shepherding. And we too can be referred to as good shepherds when we do our best to help others. We're following the example of Jesus, our good shepherd. What a beautiful, beautiful way of living, caring for others. Accept this responsibility. Care for others. God bless you. Do have a beautiful week, everyone. And of course, hopefully we can all enjoy the beautiful weather that we are expecting this week. God bless you, and once again, have a beautiful week.